Supreme Rising. You already know the vibes. It's Naga the Wise. See the title, Come Get This Work, Divine Obedience. So I'm coming at it at a different, I got the goosebumps right now because I was sitting there, I was doing some, some little farming, what I'm saying, and taking care of the stuff outside, what I'm saying, taking care of the animals, taking care of the food growth and all that, and preparing for another project. And I'm feeling this wonderful air, what I'm saying, this energy. And at the time, I didn't know what I was going to end up being, what I was going to build about today. I didn't know what the conversation was going to be. So I kind of just kept going with the flow of the energy, right? Kept feeling it. So I came and I sat down and I was like, yo, Devon, what's the message for the day? So I was thinking I wasn't even going to build, you know what I'm saying? But then I'm looking at the John and the shit just hit me like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, whoa. I started getting goosebumps. I'm like, woo. Trying to shake them up like, Divine, that's that knowledge right there. I was like, I bet. So we about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get into this knowledge real quick. It's about to be a good one. You know what I'm saying? So tune into your tunes ins and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like sit back, go get your roll-ups. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? To come sit down and get this smoke. Because we about to turn up. You heard? Like I used to question a lot of things. I used to say, yo, why people act like this? Why this, that, da, 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 da. And more important than the knowledge itself is obedience in every single aspect in existence. There's not ever going to be an opportunity. See, this is why it's a lot of obliviousness, like your mind don't really attach to the knowledge correctly because you're disobedient. Period. Like for the most part, like people think that has nothing to do with the level of spirituality or adulthood or whatever comes with particular understandings, right? Particular understandings, right? Um but it does. It's the most important thing. Obedience is more important than the scriptures itself. I'm serious, yo. Whether y'all know it or not, obedience is more important than the actual Bible itself. I'm so serious, yo. Like people don't even understand. Like any religion, any script, any tablet, obedience to the source of all things, all creators and creations known to existence, period, even unknown, the ultimate creator of all things, known and unknown. The most important thing to that energy is obedience. Nothing else. I know that goes over everybody's head and everybody want to try to subsequent the value, but it's never going to be what you want it to be in no aspect. So let's get into the actual knowledge of that before I start sliding down rabbit holes and just disrespected existence. So the concept of Lilith, right? I'm going to start there. Disobedient, period. It had nothing to do with nothing else. Just disobedient. A separation of light. And what people don't comprehend is in physical body, there is less light. So there's a subsidized. There's something that's subsidized to give you an existence. You know why? Because everything you create, it ain't their fault. It ain't their fault. You know what I'm saying? You decide to go and make these creations out of disobedience. It's not their fault. So even these terms of humbling, peace, and all these things, what is that actually for? Like you think, oh, you need peace out of leaving your mother house and getting a job. I need to have some peace. I need a day off. You don't even understand what none of this shit is for. If the fight wasn't for you, if the fight wasn't your fight in the first place, it was not your fight. Period. Then that means that level of disobedience that went against natural understanding had a tree root of circumstances that was going to take place that had nothing to do with divinity. Arrogance might have been in that role because initially they were divine. So power spoke to a lot of the characteristics that explain circumstances that had nothing to do with the situation. So here you got a bunch of assholes walking away from divinity, still reveling in the fact of their creation. So these individuals, whenever they went left, up, down, right, whatever, whoever was coming to watch over who fell, whoever was calling themselves this, whoever was trying to formulate a value, it was all based out of this. Is all based out of obedience, disobedience. So now, why would I want to be flesh, right? When the all everything can entail all values, right? I will never comprehend the fathom of what entails all. I wonder if my cell inside my body knows everything that's going on inside my body. I just wonder, like, things like that. I wonder, like, if a little amoeba inside of me knows everything in existence in this whole body. Probably doesn't. Probably just knows the area where it's at. That's important. You know what I'm saying? So speaking of some of these concepts, they show the actuality. You got people that are dying to be accepted by other people. You got people out here that want to seem as if they carry a level of knowledge. Do you know those are a form of disobedience? Whether y'all know it or not, like all these different things that y'all think you can say and do within a circumstance, they're different forms of disobedience. No matter what, if divine has already chosen something, a spot, a place to send information through, right? So that information is coming through. As that information comes through, that placement should be respected in his own self. This is not praise. It's respect and obedience. You know that knowledge is coming from the divine right there, but you know what you're going to say? I'm going to judge that person. And then you feel like you can get away with it. Yo, look, all praise due to the Most High, yo. Like, there's so many little passages that speak to so many different things. And what I start constantly seeing is the almighty disobedience exists. A almighty disobedience, because you don't know nothing. You don't have it here to solidify this thought of understanding what this is. So you do it unconsciously. Consciously, obedience would be the actual way of being connected to the divine of all things. Some people don't like that because arrogance play a role. They be like, I don't like how it sounds for something else to be in control of my life. That's dumb. You was never in control of your life. Somebody fucked and you came here. So that had nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But arrogance starts to state a polarity to a value to where people start to believe falsity. Like you will look at something actually taking place and swear up and down you had all the power to do with that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was me doing that. I did that. I chose that. How? You chose nothing. You never chose anything. So, all right. So then the cross reference is, oh, because I'm attached to all of this, I am all of that. It's not true. Your attachment doesn't mean all. It doesn't give you control of what you're attached to or what you're a part of. It doesn't signify the fact of what's entailing in that energy is all for you. That's like me sitting in a room of light, right? I'm in the room of light. The light is shining down on me. I feel it. I can turn the switch on and off. Am I in control of that though? Can somebody else control it other than me? Yes, they can. I have a part of it. That doesn't make me the owner of it. I couldn't send it to somebody else. I could put an extension cord in the wall and pull out. It makes me feel kind of powerful because I'm still paying these people for the lights, right? All right, then. It speaks to that value. So everything, there's no room for nothing else. There's no room for nothing else, like whether or not y'all want to see it or not. And with a smile on his face, detriment is still the understanding of disobedience. So you're at your detriment, you're speaking on things that ain't true. oh, this person, this dark energy, and this, that, and the third. Y'all is retarded, yo. I'm serious. Like anything manifested here on the earth, it wasn't positive. Period. If it came here, if it ended up being here, stuck here to live here, it wasn't a good thing. Period. This is why nobody don't get it. That's why none of y'all don't get this shit. Because y'all want to see yourself as good. You want to see yourself as somebody of value. You want to see yourself as, well, I came from good. How you know that? Your flesh. Like I even told people, it's like, yo, one of my prayers, one of my meditations, I actually talk to the divine and hold on. So it's just a point to the value. Like everything, if it's here, it's not right. Things had to come here to release what you thought was reality here. You had to have a savior come into this aspect of reality. Let's not look at religion. Let's look at every religion telling you that somebody came to save something. For what? And then they end up getting stuck here. Think about these things. Like y'all don't pay attention to the story enough. Y'all just hear what you want to hear, and then you kind of take pieces off that and you run, which is a form of disobedience. They like to confuse y'all with all types of different concepts of reality and telling y'all that it's this, is that, oh, these are different forms of this. Like they even broke up your negativity in so many different ways, the way you accept it like that, and ultimately it's just disobedience. That has nothing to do with nothing else. Wherever you see the light coming from somebody, you pay homage to that spot because divine chose that. Obedience. People don't like that shit because y'all want to be special. Like everybody want to be special. You're only special to your discipline. If you're disciplined on point, you've been listening to the Most High, you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you're taking responsibility, which gains great power. Why you think they say, oh, with great power comes responsibility? Because they're stupid. They're dumb. They like to reverse and bring confusion and have you sitting idle, like you ain't gonna do nothing, like you ain't gonna never progress in life, like you have to be at the whim of some other person. That's the mind of disobedience. Period. And all the other things, oh, it's not that, it was this. It's not, no, it's that, period. It's nothing else other than all the other words is based off confusion. It's not real. All praise due to the Most High, yo. I'm so serious. Like they like to make a chapter in something to seem as if it's clogged. So I have to create value. I have to create all this negative value. Pain was subsequent to something having to have a space and time. So now in your mind, you say this happened, that hurt, this bled, this, you know what I'm saying? This, it went through something in a certain space and time. So now that time space is what you hold in your hand. Who made you think like that from a divine concept? Something that was losing what was great about it. Everything in reality is a contrastal aspect of divine power. We talking almighty. We ain't talking things that have conversation with y'all that come through and show that it has light and float around. And we ain't talking about no misogynistic or we ain't talking about no romanticizing understandings to certain values. This is not none of that. This is what the world love to do because they try to hide disobedience. That's all the world try to do is hide disobedience the best way they can possible. No, you're disobedient and divine knows this. In its fullest totality, no matter what you said to people, you can manipulate people all day, but divine see you as a disobedient creation. You are already banished, yo. You are already thrown to the depths already. It don't even matter. You can say what you want, and nothing you're going to do here is going to penetrate. So in your mind, you believing that you have an opportunity. No, by your intention, you have already chose. by your intention you have already chose. See, the crazy thing is people think they think they reading something, and y'all believe that y'all flipping something over and it's telling you what's happening and what's to come and all this. You really think divine would allow your bum ass, excuse my language, would allow you to have the foundation outcome of what people? No, you don't even know. You don't have a clue. You'll never have a clue because you can't fathom that. And you know why I know that? You know why I know that? Because you're disobedient. Divine ain't gonna let you know. But it's other things that'll tell you different information that make you feel like you're a part of them. It's other energies and lights and stuff like that that it seem bright to you, but it ain't that bright. It's literally demon. It's demons that are so bright, they're still brighter than your brightest light in existence and darker than the darkest light in your existence. So you don't know what you're dealing with. You don't know what you're dealing with. And see, it be that feeling that y'all get to make things okay. Somebody like even an energy will make you feel comfortable until it's ready to show you his mouth is as wide as his body and devour your soul. You don't know nothing about none of that. You don't know nothing about none of that. You don't know about abominations for real. You look on TV and you see abominations as far as deformities and stuff like that. You don't know what an abomination is. You don't know what an abomination is. You don't know about universal creations put together and formed in a way that's would just shock the soul out of your existence. You don't know, and nothing is more terrifying than the Most High or more loving than the Most High. Nothing. You can't fathom or can't conjure, and you can't call on nothing as strong as the Almighty. It don't exist. Period. End of sentence. Don't exist. It'll never exist. So you're only fighting a false illusion to a value from the first circumstance that dwindled down from the first disrespectful, disobedient energies that are stuck here with you, trying to make you see them as deifying. Facts. And all that knowledge that's laid around, all of a sudden, out of the blue, you get a book for this and a book for that. I just did a bill on this joint like a couple of weeks ago. Where's all this knowledge coming from when they had mountains the size of buildings burning all our original knowledge? So where's this coming from? Who's telling you this in some value? And you like, oh, I got the truth. What truth? Because the physical beings that were living at one point that represented at a high quality of discipline and obedience to the divine law of everything is dead and gone. Everything they wrote is dead and gone. The buildings they had is covered up and broke apart. They still digging in the earth trying to find stuff. So what was relevant on the surface was already burned because it was for you. So what are you reading? Who are you trusting in right now? What do y'all just go around like, yeah, this gotta be true because they said it and this person feel cool. They feel like I can deal with them. You know, I can, yo, it's crazy to me, like the way divine dongs things on me, the way divine hit me with it, I'll be like, whoa, that's heavy. Everything in existence is living in disobedience. There's nothing for you to try to do. You're just disobedient. You know why? Because you're going to contend the value of greatness. You can never be great here. Greatness doesn't exist here. It's a confusion value. You will never be. All right, let me explain it like this. Divine says, don't become physical. You know why? In the other body, you can have that and then some. This is almighty power. You can have that and then some. Why would I become what I'm putting in the glass? I got a petri dish, right? I'm putting things in this world, right? Oh God. Lately, I've been trusting me more. Everything outside of me is outside of my. Exactly. It's a fact. Everything outside of you is outside of you. But the concept of the value is divine allowed a light to sustain your existence. That light is being refracted through imperfection, which is your flesh. You know this because you bleed. I'm not talking about character. Character is the other flaw that you add to your illusion. So that concept in itself, the only thing that's everlasting in you is the light. Because when you die, 3.5 grams or plus, depending on the work you did for yourself, leaves your body. You look at a dead body, it's literally dead. It's like a mannequin. It's like the flesh has become material now. You look at somebody that passed on, you're like, them ain't my peoples. That's not what that's not them. Because you was familiar with the light while they was living. So in every concept, in every way, shape, and form in existence, there is nothing contending with that value. Nothing. Your job was only to focus on what was given to you to give you life. Divine said, I give you every everlasting life. He wasn't talking to your flesh. He was talking to the light that was separating from him to give you life. You see, because the light is you. It's what makes you up. It's your character, your thoughts, the synapses, the electromagnetism that allows your blood to flow through your body, your heart pump. It's everything that allows your body to work. But when you look in the mirror, you see this flesh. Divine wasn't talking to your flesh. He was talking to the light. It's everlasting. That light will never die. Period. It will never die. As soon as your body check out, that light float up out of here. The doctors is like, yo, we had a feeling. We don't know what this is. You get goosebumps. You feel it all the time. It's the relevancy of life. But disobedience and walking away from the divine does what? Strip you of truth. Divine gonna peel that right off you, take all that divine knowledge out of you. So when you get here, you still feel like you bad. You still feel like you the greatest. You still feel like you a goddess, a god, whatever all this stuff y'all be talking about. You start feeling like that. You start speaking ego. With the divine, anything is possible. In my concept of reality, to explain divinity is blasphemous. For me to turn around and say, yo, I'm this. You're a sucker. You didn't even pay homage first. Because you can't orchestrate none of this. You can't say, I'm about to take my light and raise life. No, you are part of it. If I hold a flashlight in my hand, I have it. I have some of it. I can turn it on and turn it off. But if the actual machine break down, I got to send it back to the manufacturer so they can fix it for me so then I can have control of it. You may think your house is yours with your power, but they turn your power off and they come take your keys and say you didn't pay. You don't own that. Divine owns you, gave you something to subsidize a piece of energy inside of you because the ones that were disobedient wasn't paying attention to the creations. It's not the creation's fault. I know all of y'all inherently evil because you're created from bull crap. You're created from something that wanted to be flesh. You're created from something that wanted to be less than light. And when they became physical, they said, we can make this world for ourselves. You see this now every day. We're not talking about religion. We're not talking about the different dynamics of how many different, I don't care about none of that. What we're talking about is actuality. Every 4 years, you hear people get on TV and tell you we're going to make a new world order. Every so often, you got people studying the existence of the body to master something. They want to entail the light connected to the body to form something new. You think divine ain't watching disobedience by the multitudes? Y'all walking around here because you get your butt cut from your parents. You think, oh, it's something particular that's going to take place. This is not even the relevancy of divine understanding. Now, divine is allowing you to be in your weak form to show it. What I sent out going to come back the same way. So it has not been a prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled because when you die, that light go home. Your flesh stay behind. Divine said, I'm not of this world. And what is worldly things? Material value. So your flesh going to stay here with the rest of the material. But as it sent out is how it's going to come back. The light I gave you out of unconditional love because you're stupid is what's going to come back to me. And that's when you're going to realize that whole existence you chose to have was pointless. So you was disobedient for what? Now we talking a war that ain't got nothing to do with your dumb ass, because it's something else that has to get this concept. They so smart, they stupid. They'll rather have you praise it. So now you walking around here. Look at him trying to cut my throat. Now you walking around here acting like it's about you. Or me, ooh, you start sounding like an animal. Screaming it out. Yo, we are this, and we're going to burn candles, and we're going to do all this. You're not going to do anything. Relevancy to the value of any polarity that's existing right now is a given. It was given to you. This is why it's easily, readily to go get it. You can have all this access. You can have this knowledge. You can have that knowledge. You can have it all right now, simply. I got to think about that. If it's easy for me to get that, knowing the history and the past of what I went through, knowing what Devon said, knowing the access of what an almighty being is, separated from materialistic value, that means this is what y'all love. This means when y'all left, this is what y'all love. Everything weaker other than. So you still racing to do what? Prove a point. You still try to prove to the Most High that this going to be better than Almighty. You going to war with what? The unfathomable understanding. Devon said, I strip you of your knowledge. I strip you of everything divinity. So as the years go by, it starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller, down to nothing. We tell stories about giants. There's not giants running in the street. You get tall dudes. But if you're telling me a story where people used to be 20, 30 feet tall, but now we got 6, 7, and the highest at 8 feet, that speaks to a dwindle down, right? And we talk about megalithic this and megalithic that, but now it's in this size. We're watching time go like this. We're watching it go down as it gets stripped from divinity. Every year the light is out there and we running from the sun. Devon said, know me by my creation. Everything has light in it. But the flesh falls off, whether it's a tree, an animal, people. It falls off and it goes back to the essence. And you sit here believing that it's about you. Not the light, the physical you. You know, the big booty, the muscles, the what you can obtain, the way you speak at people in life, the energy you project. All these values is the falsity. The whole world is the falsity. Who can do something for you? Nobody, no president, no person, nothing can do nothing for you. If you need something done for you, it's because of your addictions from the world. You're addicted. Period. They got you in your mind. I got to do this. I got to take care of that. These are addictions. Crossbred with fear. And you like, if I don't do it, I'm going to lose out on something physical. Divine gives two craps about none of that. You don't care about none of that because Divine said, I gave you everything you're going to need. Who tells the Almighty that we don't need this? There's something going against the Divine. So now you sitting here and forgot everything natural that came with you and your capabilities. And now you like, nah, this man said, if I don't do this, I can't live. So you automatically chuck the Divine out the window. Divine like disobedience. Everybody wanted to be a knowledge. You wanted to be a scripture. It ain't no scripture. You just stupid. You keep choosing out of fear, any other energy that exists. You keep choosing man. You so scared of man, you terrified of man. Oh, he got a car. Oh, hey, baby, they got money. Oh, shoot, that's my opportunity right there. I'm about to come up. Divine, like, wait, but I created everything. I'm not going to come into the world. If you got two circles, right? And one has everything in it and the other one has nothing. A human will go to the one that has everything in it. A God, a true divine being would put things in that empty circle. It's not going to the one that's created already. So why would divine come here? Already put everything here. It's like, yeah, I created it, but I didn't want it to be that way. I want it to be a higher understanding. So now this separation has us doing what? Fighting amongst each other. We think that's a polarity of existence, of spirituality. No, it's the divide from one thing to the next. These are not principles. These are not values that are held in divinity. This is disobedient and making sure that you don't be obedient. That's the war you fighting. That's why I ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. It's either are you going to be obedient or are you not going to be obedient. Period. It ain't about what somebody said, what somebody did, how hard. It can be the worst traumatic thing in your life. Are you going to ask divine for the help or you going to try to do it yourself? Weak. You bleed. You can't do nothing. That hurts your pride, right? Because in the world, they got you feeling like you can do whatever. Y'all even make it out to be games and stuff. You go, I'm a dude. You ain't going to do nothing but die. You're going to lose your flesh and that light going to get up out of here. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to be sitting there like, now you're creating a repetition in the DNA for failure. So now that imprinting in your energy is going to go into your children. Now you created a lineage of boo-boo the fools. They're going to jump off the horse instead of call divine first. They're going to run off the porch instead of saying, yo, Father, guide me while I'm out here, because ye as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. There's plenty of concepts of evil that exist. One is confusion. As soon as I got you confused, you're going to do whatever you want once I got your mind. So that means I need to stay somewhere close. Y'all don't want to look at it the right way. You want to take away because they done messed that up too. Back then they had different ways of seeing that stuff. It wasn't as active as it is today. They didn't have to spend so much money. It wasn't so much issues. Yeah, they had their little problems, but it wasn't the same. And they took it to heart where they went through. They still children. Oh my God, the things I went through years ago. So what? We've lost so much constantly out of choice. And you think, oh, it wasn't my fault. These people are racist, or these people are money hungry, or these people are greedy. And it has nothing to do with none of that. It's about obedience. When it hit the fan, did you get mad and say, I'm done with y'all. I ain't effing with none of y'all no more? Or do you say, yo, Father, please guide me through this because I do not? You didn't. Did you call on the highest energy? Did you even sit still within yourself and say, please remove this energy that's coming from outside of me because this is not of me? I know the path you put me on. I'm trying to stay there, Father. See, it's a respect. It's a respect and obedience. Divine said, I knew you before you hit the womb. Before. Within the creation of making you, I knew everything you was going to do and where you was going to be. Every place. You don't make a thought. It's when you go off of that. So it shouldn't be, I want a car, I need the woman, I need the house. It shouldn't be none of that. It should be, you had a plan for me, Father. Put me back where you wanted me to be. All praise due to the Most High. That's your prayer. That's your respect. You don't know what you want because you don't know what's for you. Confusion got you believing this world is for you. Confusion got you believing you can lay down with any man in the world. Confusion got you believing you can stab people in the back, rob, steal, kill, and it's okay. That's what confusion got y'all thinking. Confusion got you thinking you don't got to answer to nobody. Confusion got you thinking you entitled to everything. Confusion got you thinking you can stab, manipulate, whatever. You are effed up in your head. Every last one of you beings on this planet, you know, and I'm effed up too. But you know what I do? I strive every day for this perfection. I strive every day to make sure I got divine in front of all my choices. No matter if people like them or not, I can give two issues what anybody think about my choices. But I turn you down if you thinking you win. Oh, yeah, you got a body, you cute and all that. Yo, what's going on? Nah, I ain't interested. You know why? Because you're trying to get me with the body. I'm good. Oh, you, son, I would at least got some top. I don't need no top or something that's willing to give it. I like to appreciate what's for me, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it that way. I'm gonna do everything that way. I'll miss out because you think I should take it. I'm cut way different. I sit there and watch you. Oh, if I had did it, that'd been in my pocket. Yup, it would have been, but I'm not like you. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna touch something that's not mine. I remember being 5 and seeing a dollar on the ground. My grandfather said, "Is that yours?" I said, "No, but somebody dropped it." He said, "It's still stealing." I said, "What you mean? It's not nobody around." He said, "I don't care. Still stealing. You didn't put it there, leave it there. Somebody else will pick it up." I didn't know how to take that. I was like, yo, is he stupid? Am I tripping right now? It built the discipline in me. Everything that I see, I didn't have to put my hand on. I didn't start seeing value in everything if it was, you know what I'm saying? I didn't look for, oh my God, that's an opportunity for me. No, what's for me, God already gave me. So what am I outside of myself looking for? See, that's the manipulation. If divine gave me everything that's for me, that means I need to be patient. Yeah, things gonna walk by my face all day. People gonna have great times in life. They're gonna do so many physical things, and I'm gonna sit idle. Because divine said, I'm gonna guide you, son. In the last days, y'all fulfillment is weak right now. Y'all out here having mukbangs, eating so much food you can't even enjoy it. You're having sex with everybody, you can't even feel it. You're getting money, it don't feel good. Nothing you do feels fulfilling. It's because divine ain't bringing it to you. Crazy thing. I'm watching Damon Wayans on a Shannon Sharp show, and he like, yo, yeah, they Jehovah's Witness and da 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 da. And he said it was at one point I was doing things and I was about to talk to the Most High because I had too many things going on. I'm like, yo, that's stupid. Because it ain't like divine don't see everything you doing, know what you was gonna do before you did it, know how deep you was gonna go, when you was gonna fail, when you was gonna feel embarrassed and all this, but yet you still didn't say nothing. That's because you don't truly believe in the Almighty. Because you truly don't believe in the Almighty. And if you really believed it, you'll have a relationship, a best friend. Divine knows everything about you. The pimple that's going to come up before it embarrasses you. The smell you're going to smell like before you get there. Divine already knows. So why be shame? Like, divine, this is what we going through right now, yo. What? I'm so every day with the divine. Every day, a personal relationship. Personal. All right, Father, we got to get up. Come on, Father, I got some things we got to take care of a couple of things today. It ain't for me, it ain't serving me, but you know, if you got plans for me to speak, Father, you got something you want me to do, Father, put that in my path so then it's clear. Acknowledge the fact that you're supposed to be created and stop thinking that you're doing this for yourself. Stop thinking you control something because you can push it out between your legs. Your gift of gab has brought something in. Stop thinking it's you. It's not you. It's never been you. The war is not yours. The attitudes and the contentment of life is not yours. These are two sides of a battle that you keep jumping in that ain't got nothing. Sit your ass in the middle and be quiet. Sit still, like your parents will tell you when you was young. Shut up and sit still. Oh, no, you feeling it. You know why? Because you easily, readily push to either side, left or right. Divine said, I'm not of the world, and this world is based off yin and yang. So that means divine is neither good nor bad. Y'all choose these things. And when you get mixed in these options, now you need somebody to lift you out of it. Because you were supposed to just see these things with the protection of divine around you. Divine said, go in this world and experience, but keep me close. Stay close to me. So everywhere I go, divine, please go before me. Go before me. And if this is what you have for me, I will enjoy it because you allowed it. All praise due to the Most High. This is my personal thoughts. I was talking to somebody the other day. I say a 1,000 times sometimes all praise due to the Most High. In my head or out of my mouth, I'm saying it every day. This is not my life. It was given to me. How selfish can you be to try to control other people's lives and outcome? You are just as bad as anything that was disobedient. Everybody quit to talk about Lilith. Disobedient. Like an infant observant. Like an infant observant. Ain't nobody gonna let nothing happen to that baby, but that baby see everything that's going on. You think they hear you when they watching you. Think divine ain't watching you? Down by the molecules? See, it's people in this world that would like to feel like it's a balance like that. Oh, I can just tell divine and it'll be okay. They love throwing divine in a weak concept. They like bringing divine down to eye level. Helps you be disobedient. Helps you. No, your job is to keep the Most High on a pedestal and have unconditional love for the divine. It's a choice. It's what you're going to give respect to, and divine is going to grant you profit, which is knowledge. Which will be knowledge unfathomable by everything else disobedient. You will literally come out of the world. You'll be in the world, but you won't be of it. There's discipline that's lacking from our people. And, not for nothing, depriving people of certain things is an easy way to confuse you. We keep thinking that you're oppressed. You're not oppressed. You're deprived and manipulated. You're brought to confusion. So since you see things a certain way, other than how divine put them there, it has brought you down a whole path of bullcrap. So now you're fighting for your addiction. You're not fighting for your right. You don't have a right. There's not a right to be imperfect. Divine didn't want that. It's like divine says a thorn in my eye. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you suffer. Why would I want to watch my child suffer? I'm telling my son, don't do this. And it happens right here in our imperfection all day long. We will watch our children, see them making a move that we used to do. Like, man, don't. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Oh, man, and then it happens, and then they like, what you sad for? Now they don't want you to feel some type of way because you told them already. That's them lacking the understanding that I truly unconditionally love your stupid ass. That's why I allowed you to go F up and then come back and get these hugs. This is what I'm here for. Divine, I know what you're trying to do, but it ain't going to work. You're going to fail and you're going to come back crying to me. Every last one of you, big, bad, whoever you is, go to prison, take a life, put yourself in a worse situation. What do? It's very few and far between that says, F it, send me to hell. It's very few and far between that says that. Most of them cry and say, Father, I'm sorry. And it'd be the hardest tear ever. And we can't make everybody just make the right decision. That's not going to happen. Some of them got to learn karma. Some of them got to go through it and say, damn, that's what so-and-so was saying. That's what that felt. Oh, okay, I get it now. Getting it is not hearing it all the time. It's experiencing it. And if that's the case, there's not a such thing as one karmatic family curse breaker. Every last one of y'all got curses to break. Every family. Because we all here. We are here right now. In flesh. Making a decision to be obedient or sinful. It's up to you. It's your choice. Yeah, you might even get away with it. It might work. If that's where you want to be. It's other things that are spoken and you see them in real time. If you're not really in tune to the divine, you're looking at these things how somebody's telling you opposed to what's actually going on. So I'm not sad and I'm not hurt. I'm raged because I love the divine unconditionally. I wake up and serve the divine, and then I watch people prejudge. Oh, you just this. I love that shit. Love that shit. I be like, yo, they judging divine. They judging. We can't cast stones. Yeah, I did dirt in this world like anybody else, but I didn't stay there. I learned from my mistakes. A lot of us didn't have fathers and the right type of parents to raise us, so we had to find other ways to do it. I don't kick none of that to the curb and say, yo, yeah, it's because of this, it's because of that. Nah, that's some sucker shit. Nah, I love being a good person. I love what I came here on the earth with. I love having a great conversation with somebody without getting so left because I got self-control. I love being able just to have a simple drink with somebody and have a good time and then know when to put it down. You know what I'm saying? I love being in control of myself so much that I can sleep peaceful at night. I don't walk around with heinous on my soul, or like I did something so bad I can't sleep. I don't walk around life like that. I got the divine with me. They super incorrect every time, all the time, all the time. Everybody wants to explain the divine. They want you to see it in a certain way when it's only obedience. That's it. You being the image of that is going to take you so much farther. That respect, see, and my grandfather said this shit to me. He was like, respect will get you farther than money. And I notice with people, sometimes when you got respect for people, some people will take advantage of that because they think, whatever. I reverse that polarity. I say, yo, what about respect for the divine? How far would that take you? Not prayer, not church, none of that. Just respect for the fact divine gave you everything that you're going to need and a comprehension. Where would that take you? Because when I hear y'all, everybody praying, they praying for something. World peace, sickness to go away, couple dollars, somebody to get out of prison. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's praying for subsequent values that have nothing to do with what divine already gave you. So I said, dang, what about respecting the Almighty? What about respecting the Almighty? Because divine said, I'm going to create you. I gave you a name that you will never hear until you rise your spirit to that level to where you can walk in between. They're like, yo, Jesus died. No, he didn't. They came to see him. He was gone. He left. That's why they said his death was the most important. Or Yahweh Shah. His death was the most important. This didn't just happen with him. It happened with a lot of beings. Most of the stories was burnt. That's why I started it off like this. You get an opportunity to choose. And once you choose the divine and you reach that level, you leave, but you don't die. They don't tell you about the risen death. When this area can't acclimate to your existence no more. When this life here, this physical life can't contain you because your light has grown so much, it'll be too hot here. You will be like a sun. So they have to put you in a second dimension, another place. It's the physical application. This is physical application. See, they'll rather have you look at it as some mystifying, religion is not really real. It's just like this. And, but then if you do this, you got to worry about this, then third. No, it's a physical thing, a literal physical thing. So it's about your actions, how you carry yourself, and what you pay homage to. It's always going to be that. All praise due to the Most High. That's all that matters. I've went days with no food and didn't even think about it because divine has fulfilled my body. I'm so serious. So tired and they don't know where I'm going to get rest from. Next you know, I'm in a place that may seem like I can't get no rest, but I rest like I'm in a mansion. I've seen testimony from the divine, just particularly through circumstances with my life. And it's only divine that could have actually made these things happen. I found myself in the middle of nowhere. Not a soul. Ain't nowhere I was going to get nothing from, starving. I got on my hands and knees. I said, Father, whatever position I'm in right now, I wouldn't naturally put myself in it. But with you, I'm going to get myself out of it. My phone started pinging. Ping, ping, ping. People I don't know sending money to my phone. People I do not know. Didn't even know who these people were. I still don't know who they were. I went to go find them. I'm copying their name off my Cash App, going to my YouTube. I'm looking for them. I'm like, these people ain't even following me. Who is these people? Homeless in the street, sleeping behind big lots, sitting there looking at the ground, imagining that the little pebbles that's in the concrete and the shadows that's coming off the pebbles, like, yo, that's going to be a house right there. That's the driveway. That's the yard. Like I'm sitting homeless, living in the street. And I was like, Father, I'm really hungry, yo. And I ain't got nowhere to get. It's probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Tall dude out of nowhere, big giant dude. And I could smell it. Fresh fried fish and okra. It was fried, no, it was fried shrimp, okra, and I think some sauce. So no, it wasn't had no sauce in it. It was okra, fried fish. It might have been a piece of bread in there. I don't know, but I could smell it, right? I could smell it. So I'm like, oh man, it was just turning my stomach. And this dude walked around, and it's like he went and bought it for me. I ain't never seen this dude in my life. And he walked up to me. He said, "You want to eat?" I said, "What is it?" He said, "It's food." I said, "I'll take it." I took the food from him. While I was sitting on the side of the laundromat, when you walk behind that building, it's a dumpster right there, and then the road goes all the way behind all the stores. There's no other road. Okay, like you're stuck there. Like if you walk that way, it's a trench on the side of it. Like he would have to fall in the ravine. There's no other place, you know what I'm saying? So I ran back to say thank you. When I got behind the building, he was gone. He was gone. I cried. It's making me a little emotional right now. Just remember that, but I prayed, and that's what happened. And I tell that story all the time because I knew he came out of nowhere. He came out of nowhere. And I've heard people say, I'm not waiting on the Most High. You got to get out here and grind and get it yourself. That's the dumbest thing a person can ever say in their life. Divine will make a way, yo. And if you haven't had divine in your life and you don't believe, I don't care what nobody tell you. I'm telling you now, it's real, yo. And divine doesn't listen to just anybody saying, okay, I'm going to call on you now, divine. Let's see what you can do. That's not how it works. It's called sincerity. It has to be here, in here. It has to be a real place in here that when I pray, it breaks because I'm talking to the Almighty of everything. So when I get a chance to speak to him, if you can talk to the Most High, straight all the time, you don't really care for the divine. You don't really care. I unconditionally have nothing but pure love for the divine. And even when I pray, it moves me. Like it feels, when I speak on the divine, because that's the greatest thing. It's the greatest thing. It's all we have. It's the truest thing out of everything. It's the only real. It's the only honorable. It's the only respectable. It's the most powerful. It has nothing else on this earth matters than that. Nothing. With the divine, I can move mountains. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to have that sincere in your heart. It can't be this fake TV online dressed up color. It's none of that. Divine, it's none of this earthly. There's nothing earthly. It's nothing earthly. Period. It's nothing earthly. And it's inside of me. It's my connection to the divine is my existence. It's the breath itself. It's not money. It's not where you went. It's not how good you look. It's not how well you can talk. It's none of that. This divine pressure is so powerful, and you know it when you feel it and you see it. That's why I don't see it. I don't see it. And when I try to find it, it's like partial. I weigh everything by the Spirit, everything, and I put divine up to the test. If it's not almighty in his actions, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't hear you. I don't even hear you. I listen. I'm like, yeah, all right. Okay. Most times, just listen to people, let them talk because they don't get it. They don't have obedience in their heart. They're too busy trying to prove something. I ain't got shit to prove. I don't even want to, matter of fact, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'd rather sit next to the divine and wait for the divine and say, you know what? They need you. They need you. Go over there and tell them what I told you yesterday. It's not about the words neither. See, you carry a light. So sometimes you go into somewhere because divine told you to go, you dropping that off. It's because you showed up. You dropped off divine light in that area. Everything changed for these people. That's how this really works. It's never about what you're saying. These words ain't even mine. These are all praise. I'm telling you, I got goosebumps head to toe before I jumped online. I started laughing. I'm sitting there folding my blanket. Right here, I'm like, woo, Father, I'm about to go drop it. That's what you want me to do? Folding up my blanket. I'm going to sit down and go ahead and do what I'm told. Practice that. Practice being still and listening to the Most High. See, everybody, it's so cool to be disrespectful. It's so cool to see your kid when they a baby say, bitch, shit. It's funny at that point until they're saying that aggressively to somebody of authority. And you like, get your hands off my child. Father, please help me. But you forgot 20 years ago when you thought it was cool. Or a little sip of beer, it's all right. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. But the legal law states a value for you to follow, so therefore you don't put yourself in a circumstance. This is why Divine said, listen to the laws. Follow me, but to stay out of the confusion, listen to their laws. Don't go out there don't break in nobody's house. They'll kill you. These people will kill you. They'll take your flesh and you will have no opportunities to grow. If I crush the seed, the fruit or the nut on the inside can't grow. So don't get your seed, your melon crack while you're here trying to do more than what you need, so you don't get an opportunity to grow into what you're supposed to grow into. All praise due to the Most High. That be the real spill. Now, next, everybody want to go get some high heels and some dress and suits, wash the car, throw the church music on and ride to a building to listen to somebody holler and scream at you while he taking all the money from the community. And that's religion to y'all, because it was around like that forever. Well, this country been robbing people since the beginning of time. I don't see why no different. They wouldn't allow the churches and every other prosperous thing to fall in the same demographic of what the place you are is in. So how do you hold at it? I don't do it. I don't do it. I just destroy it and I rebuild it. We build and destroy constantly. That's what we do. We tear it apart and give it back to the divine. I give everything back to the divine. I listen to what people say. I'm gonna get that to the divine and see what divine think about it, because I don't think that's real. I think you're trying to push fear on me right now. I think you're trying to have control over me. I've been in situations even with the police, and I've told them to their face, you're not my authority. The Most High is my authority. You know what they do? They let me out the car and get my stuff back. I'm like, yo, this is experiences that I've actually went through. I don't own things to where people can come around and be like, I'm going to take from you. No, I'm simple. I'm simplistic. Even the word of divine is simple. Obey. Not a dope conversation. It's not a whole bunch in it. It's just one simple term. Obey. Oh, but you can't do that because you have a disobedient spirit a part of you. So then you automatically go against everything that is, and then you say, I'm greater than that. But you still bleed. Take your life right now. That light can come out of you. So then everything you said meant what? You think you're going to rise out of your body like a genie and start throwing powers around and stuff, thinking some superhero shit? Nah, it doesn't work like that. It's not romanticized. This is real life. And everybody leaves the same way. And most people who leave, they're either left by the imperfection of the physical body or their own disobedience, sicknesses, weaknesses, or a choice. It's facts. Everybody dies the same way. And some people say they was good. Why, to you? That's selfish too. You are saying they're good because they was good to you, but we're all one body. So if they can't be good to everybody, what does that even mean? Right? So the only, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of selfish. Like, so the only person you need to be good in that retrospect to or obedient to is the divine. And divine gonna show you how life's supposed to be. Divine will give you the responsibility to play the roles you're supposed to play in people's life. You'll find yourself like doing something. You be like, I didn't even know how I ended up here. Divine wanted you there. It's a fact. Don't be afraid to sacrifice. You'll mess around and you'll get a couple dollars. You'll be like, finally came up. I ain't giving nobody nothing. And Devon like, man, get rid of every last penny to the next person walking this door. I don't care if you don't like them, give it to them. And you be saying, like, I ain't giving it up, Devon. Like, all right, you don't get what's coming to you. And because you didn't give it up, that same person had a scratch off for like $2 million. You like, oh, how'd that happen? Because you didn't give it all to. See, if you had gave it all to them, they would have felt so enamored, right? So I started learning these concepts slowly, and it don't always work like that because it has to be a veil in between you and the Almighty's decision and outcome. So sometimes, and this is just experience, when you do act, and you say, and I've acted before because I've had it happen to me. Like I got a lot of stories. Anyway, say that's the situation. Say you do that, and then when you do that, you give everything that that's supposed to get turned over to you. And when you give that to them, that person wins, and they turn around and say, "Here, they won $2 million. You gave them everything. I sacrificed everything so you can get. Yo, I'm with you. Oh my God, look what happened. I won. Hold on 1 second. So as soon as you release all that, and they messed around and said, I'm gonna take some of this and go get me a scratch off. They so happy you came through for them. Divine puts the spirit in them because you're doing divine work. Divine said, if I can get the imperfect to do divine jobs here, oh man, now I can really let the energy go. See, we always praying for divine to do something unconditional. Fix it, let us out, do something, and we sitting right here with each other. Some of us in the position, you be right there and watching, like, I can fix this whole thing right now, but this ain't none of my business. But you'll be the same person 2 weeks from now. Please, Father, help my family. Please, Father, help me get out of this situation. Oh my God, I'm on the side of the road. The top, Father, please let these people come in time so I can make it to work. But wait a minute, 2 weeks ago, you was in a position to help Steve, and you said it ain't none of your business. You had the opportunity to do divine work and wouldn't do it, but you constantly call on the Father. So it's like a double entendre. I'm going to cut my arm off to spite my face. I'm going to cut my arm off to spite my face. And then I think I'm entitled too. You have a disobedient spirit with you. That's where the world is at its cusp at. That's where where change is. We say we want to see the world change. Of course. We all do. But it's not going to work in some above action that comes down and we all, that's not how it's going to be. It's going to work when we stand together every single time. Like ants on something. I ain't got to know you. I got to feel you, though. I got to feel you. Because you could be a murderer. You could be a child molester, got 1,000 kids under your house. Who knows? Somebody beating you up in the middle of the street. You look like me. I'm coming to your aid, right? So it'd be better if you didn't have all that going on, right? So then if that energy is posting off you that you're a good person and divine sees fit to let me see, we can start knitting this together as a culture. Like, nah, we do right. We're not, people tell the world that we're innately wrong. They tell the world they ain't nothing but drug dealers. They niggas. They fight. They can't be around each other. They spend all their money on nothing. They beg for things. They think they're entitled. This is our culture. They think they're smart and can't get it together. It's our culture. Hoping that somebody gives it back to us. Why would divine allow the mind of a weaker being to give you anything back when you constantly take from your own people? It's already a group of them out there. The Boule black people, is already them out there who work with the government to keep us in bondage. We can't come up to replace them. We have to be contrastal to that energy. So they're trying to make us replace them because they're dying. So eventually You have a lot of this whole everybody's trying to get in the situation and make it to where, and then you had these few people that are talking like they know. Automatically, you as a parent, you wouldn't let your child get away with murder on the brother. So you may wait before you cut his ass or cut her ass, but you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him. That's just the value. So now we've learned all this through oppression, whatever circumstance. Already been disobedient before this situation even happened. So now I'm gonna couple that or compound that with more falsity. We are so far up the river. Now we got to turn around and swim all the way back just to get the gift. We can't even get the present day no more. The present day is gone. Look how fast things be turning. Before you wake up, it's time to go back to sleep. You're like, oh my God, the present is gone. The actual present energy is gone. Being in that moment, you don't get those no more. That moment is gone. They usurping everything. They taking it. I created things I be doing. Now I'm starting to see ads. Every time I create a new thing that if I create a new thing, I'm like, Devon, should I go this way? Be like, yeah, Be the only person doing it. Nobody doing it yet. Next thing you know, I see ads pop up for it. Come to us. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. This how far the world has came without us even knowing. Right up under you, because we keep hating each other. We keep killing each other, taking from each other. I can't save the world, and I'm not even trying to save the world. I'm just showing you that you're not winning. You're not winning anything. You're not the best. You're not the sexiest. You're not the strongest. You're not the gangsteriest. You're not the smartest. It's because everything you learn, you take it out on your own morale. Show me the intelligence. Oh, I don't care. I just go over here. Well, you'll get washed out that way too. You know what I'm saying? I can take peroxide and put it in a drop of water. It's only 1% at that point. If I put more water, that peroxide is gone. It's gone. It's gone. Half a pack Kool-Aid, gallon of water. That's watery. Put another gallon in there. I'm not drinking it. It's facts. Who gonna believe you at that point when there's only 10 of y'all left? The greatest thing that ever happened, the greatest creation ever made by the divine came with everything. And because they gave it all up because of disobedience. Now you become just a story, a memory in the past with traces of your DNA sustaining other people. I ain't gonna hold y'all, yo. I'm just trying to show you something that's not gonna wise. Stay tuned for more. I appreciate you guys for coming through. You know, it's always good to have open minds. At least to be the image to start what we should be doing anyway, right? Not gonna wise.